Okay, hi everybody. This is a bit of create mode in LittleBigPlanet. So I've made a little scene here. There's a piece of grabbable sponge over here with a heart sign, a kind of a piece of watermelon wobbling away with a similar sign on it. This is a piece of grabbable sponge, but it's not doing anything, and it looks like I need to get up to where that pyramid of prize bubbles is. So I'm going to use my gamer instincts and figure out that I need to bring this over here, and that seems to trigger an event. But it's turned off. Maybe if I come back, oh, comes on, I can grab that, jump up and reach the points bubbles. So what I did here was use some simple coding and logic to make a fairly simple looking event happen. So I'm going to go, we're in preview mode at the moment, I'm going to go into behind the scenes, and here is all the logic that I've used to make this happen. So down here we have a piece of sponge and it's got a tag on it. So this tag is available in the menu through here, whoopsie, through the tools option. If I scroll across, you'll see that up the top is the option for a tag. Tag is like a key or a marker, and I've coloured this one blue. I've got up to 8 colours. I can also add names for more detail, but it's blue for now. Now over here is what's called a tag sensor. So this is a sensor that's looking for tags in the level. I've set the radius to be 21 or 22, so once the tag is in that radius and it is a blue tag, it will trigger an output and it will send a signal along this wire. So if I just remove the wires for now, I'll show you how I connect those. Oops, we'll take that off too. Level's getting out of control on me in a second. Okay, so this tag sensor is looking for a tag. I'm wiring it up to this AND gate. Now the AND gate's currently set to take 2 inputs, but I can have as many as I like. I've also got a player sensor with a similar radius to the tag sensor. So when a player enters that radius, you'll see that the sensor lights up. If I leave it, it goes off. I'm going to wire this up by clicking on the output and just dragging it and clicking to the input of the AND gate. I'm going to do the same for the tag sensor. And right now, when they turn their signals on, the AND gate will receive 2 signals, which is what it's waiting for, and it will send an output here. Now this is a timer. I'm just going to reset the time. And I've set it for 3 seconds to count down once the signal is received. So if I now take this output, put it back onto the motor, when the signal turns on, it'll be on for 3 seconds. And while that's outputting an on signal, this danger tweaker has set to turn this material into fire. I could change it to electricity, plasma, horrible gas, or nothing. It's fire for now. This timer also for 3 seconds will trigger this motor bolt. Now the motor bolt is set at a speed of 140. Now that's an in-game unit. You can look up what that really means in the real world. It's kind of a rotational speed for LittleBigPlanet. It's set to rotate anti-clockwise, and it's going to turn on when it receives a signal. Cool, so let's have a look at that. If I jump down, I've turned on the player sensor. Now it's off. If I drag this over, I'm in the player zone, but the tag isn't yet in the tag zone. Now they're both present. The AND gate fires up, the timer counts down for 3 seconds, the motor spins, the fire turns on. But because I've left the zone, the signal is not on anymore. If I stay in that zone, notice the AND gate still puts out a signal, but because it didn't turn off and the timer has done its job, it's just going to stay off until the AND gate resets. There it goes again. Okay, so if I want to find these things, I press the square button and this is my pop-it. These are all my menu options. Up here I've got all my materials. If I just bring out a piece of sponge for a minute, I can choose to make it dynamic, which means it'll fall under gravity, be knocked around, or static, so I'll just hang in the air, choose a brush, and I can just start drawing shapes which become part of the level. I can also go back into that same option for materials and go across to objects, and these are 3D objects that are already rendered. So I've got boxing gloves, there's giant bells, police hats, all kinds of things. So if I take out, say, this speaker, I can scale it, rotate it, I can make it dynamic, static, and put that into the level 2. Easier to delete stuff, you just select it, press triangle, it's gone. Now that heart is actually what's called a sticker, like a decal. So in my sticker and decorations menu, I went across to here, came down, and I could find any of the bank of stickers as long as I've earned them in the game. Let's say I want to use this sticker, bring it out, scale it, and I can just stamp it wherever I want that to appear. If I go back into stickers and go across to decorations, these are 3D objects which have no collision. So they're like stickers, they can be stamped all over the place, but they're just decorative. They just make your level look pretty or interesting. So let's say, for instance, I want to use this Monty cat head. I can scale it, and as I move around the level, it'll wrap around to the nearest surface, and it'll become part of the level once I stamp it down. Pretty cool. My thermometer on the side there hasn't changed much. That's a measure of how full my level is with materials, objects and logic. When it's completely at to the top, you have to either delete some stuff or go ahead and publish the level that you have. So this is just a really short taste of what's possible. All the tools and logic are down here. It looks like there's a lot here, and there is, but you get used to that pretty fast as you start using it and practicing with it. If you have any more questions about creating a LittleBigPlanet, you can contact me by email or on Twitter. My details are on the presentation, and I hope you can see that this could be pretty cool in the classroom, and all the best. Thanks for watching.